Hi, I'm Alex, and I did my topic on Google Search Console tool. I was not sure if you wanted a topic within the SEO bubble, or if you wanted a base for like a real website that we would be directly like driven by the SEO information. But I just kind of went with doing the topic of Google Search Console tools. Um, I started out my website with titling it SEO information and tools. Um, some a kind of a short explanation of what SEO is and why it's important. SEO stands for search engine optimization. It's a tool, if properly used, can market your website naturally instead of having to possibly pay for a spot on Google to advertise your content. This is really important because if a search engine optimization is done correctly, a website creator can get the user flow that they want into their website with minimal outside marketing. And that's kind of what you're looking for, is as much flow as possible and getting those users to your website to see your information. What I actually have written here is with some research, I did find that when creating a website, you need help with website optimization, and I have those tools listed below that we're going to scroll down and see, and it helps with understanding SEO and those tools to help making a website and creating it a better journey. So, what is SEO? What does SEO do? So, I wasn't exactly sure what SEO was when I first saw the assignment, and so I kind of wanted a layman's terms breakdown of what SEO actually was and what it did. And so I started with Moz.com, and they have a beginner's guide to SEO. And it gives you chapter for chapter. Chapter 1 starting out with just an explanation of what SEO really is and what it does and how you can use it. And then it ends with a chapter on pretty much how it's optimized. You can use it to optimize your own website and make it to where it's easier for you to get users to your own site. Then that was my that was my first website that I came across. It was an alternate source. And let's see here. Then I came across a YouTube video of this guy named Brian Dean, and he's the founder of Backlinko, and he's this technical guy that does a lot of SEO research. Actually, he did a lot of studies on how people view information in websites and optimizing it for making sure that people are getting to the websites that you want. It was really packed full of information, and it became a really helpful tool. So in this, he mentioned the Google Search Console, and I really became intrigued with this. So from his website, this tool is more than just analyzing a website and its click-through rate. It also shows you what kind of content on your website, what your users are looking for and looking at the most on your pages. And I kind of thought that this information was really useful. Adding keywords and on your website to allow your website to be more visible by your users in just a simple Google search. And that's really the goal, to get people to view your site and information, and in the end goal, share that content and hopefully pass it on to the next user. And so another thing that I kind of came across was that user experience, that Google is kind of starting to base their rankings of what comes up on the page. It you do a search on Google, and the searches that you see are based off, starting to become more based off user experience, meaning, when a user sees your site, do they just automatically bounce off your page? Do they stay for maybe a minute or two? Do they actually click around to other pages and actually go deeper into the site? And with how much time a user spends on your site can actually increase your ranking, because they're getting a better experience out of your website. I really found that really intriguing. So another thing I wanted to hit on are some steps that I would take to improve SEO and my next site. Although I'm uncertain if my topic is what you're actually looking for here, some steps that I would take to improve SEO in the next site, if we were to improve it, I would add some keywords that I would make sure that were on the page. Would be like Google Search Console, another one being click through, the third one being user traffic, and then the fourth one being web page visits. All four of these I found that you could use in a sentence very easily, and it could be possibly used in a meta tag for that Google search, that little blip under your title, that would actually be very helpful. And then I also might want to include some internal links to other important information within the web page, like if I were to have a couple blogs or pages of information that would be very in-depth on step-by-step of how to use Google Search Console, or some interesting tools that Google Search Console has that you can use to even optimize it, your website even more possibly. And then I also think that adding external links, kind of like what I did on this website with adding the YouTube video and the hyperlink, is to mostly make sure that I'm sharing those amazing resources with my users to where they get a more in-depth piece of information, or just share that supporting information. So anyway, I'm Alex, and my topic was Google Search Console. I found it very interesting. I read a lot about SEO and how it is great to use to optimize your experience with making your website what it needs to be, and even increasing your rankings within Google, within a Google search. I found it super intriguing, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you.